Hey YouTube, this is Matthew Morgan again, coming back to make another video. This video is pretty much stating the aura or the vibe that Jesus carries. Now, there's a lot of people on earth that would say they don't know him or they're not familiar with him. But in reality, when you actually do meet him, it's going to be like, it's like, for example, if you're an atheist or someone that don't believe in religion, and you meet Jesus, first thing that comes to mind is, do I know you? Because I feel like I met you before. I don't know you, but I feel like I know you. You feel very familiar. And he'll be like, oh, you know me. Believe me, you know me. But when you went down to earth, your ability to remember me done died. But don't worry, in time, we'll catch up. Well, it's just like a lot of people done said when they met him, it's like, I didn't recognize him, but he recognized me. But then as I got to know him, it's like I know him, I just don't know him. I recognize his voice, I just don't recognize it. And why that is because your spirit knows him, it's just your flesh does not. Meaning there was a time when you were in heaven before you came to earth, and well, that's why that happens. And a lot of people probably realize everyone knows about God. It's just when you come down here, you're born into sin and shaped in iniquity and all that stuff. So your ability to worry about what he looks like or what he cares about kind of goes away. Because you stay dealing with so much down here, caring anything about him, why bother? I'm already dealing with my own drama. But yeah, once before you were up there with him, then you come down here. So yeah. Alright, goodbye. The spirit remembers the one that made it. It's just the flesh that doesn't. And people often wonder, well, when I pass away, how's my spirit gonna know where to go back to? Here's the thing. Sin is what binds you to this planet. So once you're finally released from this body, your spirit has a spiritual cord to go back to God when it's time for you to go back to. Say, for example, when you go bungee jumping out of a plane, so the plane is heaven. You come out of the plane and you bungee jump down to earth spiritually. You go into your form, live your life and experience the human experience. Then once God's ready to call you, pulls you out of your form with your cord and summons you back up to him. That's pretty much how that works. When people are like, so what happens when I pass? What happens when I die? Basically, well, the thing about everyone's dying is the same, but it's different. What I mean when I say that is basically everyone's gonna leave this earth differently. Some people might leave this world painfully. Some people might leave this world in peace. Some people may leave this world never knowing why they went through hell. Some people might go through this earth just wondering why this world's so horrible but never figure it out. But everyone's going to leave this world one day because you have to. And how do you pass away? Depends on when you do. But everyone all have one thing in common. You're going to leave this body. Just always not promised to be the most peaceful way of getting it done. But once you leave this form, you're like a white glowing spirit. Stand there, look around like, what's going, oh shit, am I dead? Oh man. Then you hear this voice saying, "Come on, my daughter, come on, my son, come back home to me." Then the angel of death will come to you in this chariot, or sometimes a light will just appear out of the universe, and that's heaven. And that's just Jesus opening up the portal of heaven for you to go back up in there. And then you just ride through the universe or go through the portal and you're back on the other side. Just that quick. Then you're gone. Or sometimes you might die peacefully and sleep and you see a light, you go into it, you're on the other side. Alright, well, oh yeah. Then the one most important thing I forgot to mention is when it is your time to go, Jesus will summon your spirit, and this is how you'll know. Because spiritually, you'll feel like your body is getting weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker to the point where you can't fight trying to lead this world no more. And eventually, like, your spirit is trying to release itself from your body. So the longer you take the path, the longer your spirit's going to take to come out your form. And a lot of people wonder, like, why when a person dies, why do they make all these involuntary movements like, That's what's called, this body is sin made. So your spirit's composed of both Jesus and Satan, bound together as one. That's why you have your good and your bad. But once it's your time to go, Jesus is going to say, "My son and my daughter, it's time to come back home, come on." So then you just start. Some people just, others' bodies just make all these voluntary movements and and stuff like that. That's just your spirit trying to fight its way through your form to come out. All it's doing is just fighting its way through sin. Once it relieves itself, and you go back up to him. That's pretty much it. Alright, I'm out.